Hey gang, it's 4 o'clock. Let's start this show. Let's get this walk underway. Beautiful Sunday here. Beautiful Sunday today at an unknown cemetery. I wonder who's going to guess it first today. Who will be the first to guess it? A lot of old gravestones here. All right, let's get some folks coming. Who do we got? We've got Floss. I think you're first up. One of my first subscribers. Faces of Forgotten. What's going on? All right, we're gonna start walking pretty soon. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get here. Amalia Rhodes, howdy. Howdy back. What's going on? A fatal paper cut. Hey there, bud. Boy, a fatal paper cut. That'd be a pretty bad paper cut. Here come the folks. Ricky's here. Grandma Karen. Sarah David. Hello from Texas. How you doing? All right, we got a few folks coming on board here. Debbie's here. Jen's here. Jennifer Lewis, I think that is. All right, here they come. They're coming in force now. You guys have to guess where I'm at. The one hint is we are in Illinois. We are in Illinois today. Phantom. Linda Murray. No, Mound View, no. We're in Illinois. I will tell you that. We are in Illinois. Can you see all the old gravestones? It's a pretty big cemetery. Well, it's not super big. All right, I'm gonna flip this camera around and we are going to get this show on the road. So we've got like woods on one side. And here we go. How's it going, Susan, Cora Lewis, Vixen, Christographs, D. Clark's here. We got Marty, we got Lisa. All right, we got 74 people. What's up? What's going on, guys? How's it going? Serenity Sue is here. Awesome. That is awesome. How's your channel going? Have to check back in there. Looking for notices. Hi from Ottawa, Ontario. What's going on? How are you? Chris, what's going on? We got California in the house. We got Nadia. Can you guys guess where I'm at? Any guesses? Got some really old stones here. Hello from Urbana, Ohio. Jason, Dusty Rusty's here. What's going on? All right. We're gonna do a walk and a talk. We got some things to talk about today. Look at this old stone. Is Lincoln buried there? No. I am in Illinois. It's not a cemetery in Canada. We're in Illinois, guys. It's a beautiful day today. It's nice and warm. Look at this beautiful monument here. Upstate New York is here. UK. It's got to be pretty late there in the UK. What time is it in the UK? I'm gonna say 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Arlene Rooney, what's going on? Finally, you're here. We've been waiting for you for weeks. You finally made us Sunday. That's awesome. 10 p.m., I was right on. Bruce Mom, what's going on? Can't wait to, oh, Linda's here. Bohemian, no! That's so cold. We're not in Bohemian National. I'll tell you what, we are not in the city. Hey, Valerie, what's going on? I still want to get out there to see the Haserot. Valerie's been talking about, she's from Cleveland. How many months we've been talking about that. That's going to be my epic video. See the Haserot. You guys know what the Haserot angel is? Haserot is the sculpture that I use as my logo. And I think it was a Canning family there from Cleveland. And this guy had a sculpture done. You should see that angel. The Haserot angel. It is really spooky. Greenwood, no. Are you in a minute? Oh, Lisa Taylor, you are fixated on the Quakers. I know. I will get to one. No, it's not. I haven't forgotten about that. We will get to one because I'm interested in that too. Glad you got info on Dr. Cream. Yeah, that was good. Will you be out in Kansas? Yeah, someday, maybe in a month or two. James Sag, no. I'll tell you this, I have not done a video here yet. This is a cemetery that well, no, technically I have done a video here, but you just haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it yet. Oh, that's a big hint. I shouldn't have said that. By the way, I think we'll have a rule that someone can win this contest twice and then that would be the max. Shava won last week. I think it might be her second time. She won the big book. That was the gift. Hello from Ohio. Brenda, what's going on? D. Clark. You see D around here and there. Bonaventure. Yeah, I want to go to Bonaventure for sure. Well, we know you're not in British Columbia, Bill says. Yeah, that is for sure. We are not in British Columbia. I'm going to show you a grave here that's really interesting. You know, can't just go to any cemetery. Oakwood Cemetery in Joliet? No. Come to Indiana. I go through Indiana on some of these missions. I got to stop in Indiana. There was a story in Indiana I was just looking at. Oh my God, Ben, how did you do that? Ben just won it. I'm at Saint Columba. How in the heck did you guess that? Ben wins. I'm in Ottawa at Saint Columba. I know, I gave you the hint. Ben, are you one of our Instagram friends? Because I think I posted. I shouldn't have given that hint. That was too easy. But good job. Congratulations. Well done, Ben, Shirley says. Absolutely right. So you know who's here at the cemetery? Did you ever hear of the Radium Girls? The girls that were exposed to radium element while making the luminous watches for the U.S. radium, I keep wanting to say radial, it's radium. And we have here in Ottawa, we had it was called Radium Dial. And this also, by the way, is a Superfund site, or was, because of all the radiation that those companies left here, along with killing all those young women, some only as old as 11 years old. It is a gruesome story. There was a book and there was a movie. I think a movie came out last year on the Radium Girls. So that episode's probably coming out next week. And we do visit one of the graves. $2 from Melody, thank you, so cool. We do visit one of the graves here, but I'm not visiting the one that I featured in the video. We're not gonna go to that grave. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, that was a great story, Linda. You know, as I read that story, I was researching it, it just got worse and worse and worse. You know, where you think you've heard it all, and then it was kind of like the Shackleton expedition to the South Pole, that attempt. It just keeps getting worse. And you keep going, how could that happen? Oh my gosh. Hi from London, Elise, what's going on? No, AC, A-Y-S-E. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. We've got a lot of old tombstones here. We're gonna stick with the older part of the cemetery. Hello from Memphis to Ellen and back. Will you come to Elmwood? Yeah, someday, for sure. Tell me a little bit about Elmwood. Is that one of the older cemeteries? Is that one of the older cemeteries there? Look at this. Look at this monument, guys. The Henry plot. Come to Jersey. Come to Bronx. No, hello from Bronx. Okay, here's the deal. New York and Jersey, I'm going to be doing in, I don't know if it's going to be one trip or when, but I am going to sneak in there in a month to West Point to do a famous soldier. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay in New York, but literally hours, because I'm going to be based in Vermont for a couple of days. $4.99, Chris, thank you so much. Very cool. That's going to the Little Feller. I still haven't heard back from the group that we have in Ohio, I think it was, on that one grave. So we'll just see what else we have coming up. Yeah, Georgia. Let's see here. Missouri. Yeah, $9.99 from Rob. What's up? Thanks, Rob. Very cool. Oh no, gosh darn it. This happened to me last week where I hit the screen and then it went dark. Now I'm in that same boat and I cannot, oh, this is so frustrating. I have to remember not to do that. So now I can't read again. There's got to be a trick on this to get the lighting back. Oh, it was reading so well and now I can't see. Well, I'm just gonna have to muddle through. No big deal. Hello from Texas. What's up, J. Rowe? What's up? How do I get this? Gosh, I want to get this. I can't see what's going on, what the comments are. Wait a minute, there's got to be something on here. Oh, I'm going to start pressing buttons and I'm going to start messing everything up. Hold on. Oh, I see we got $9.99 from, I can't read it. I thank you so much, but the screen is just going black on me almost. We have this technical issue going on. I'm only getting the shade here to see who that was. Mikey, 3151, $10. Thank you so much. That's very cool. All right, so what were we talking about? I can't even remember. We were talking about, yeah, I'm coming out to Vermont. I'm gonna do that Dr. Smith guy. You know that grave that has the window where you, hey, thanks Larry for the $5. There's like a window where when you look down, there's like a square window. It looks like a glass block. And you can see, well, you can't, I don't know if you can see down. I don't know if you can see down there, but it's in a mound and there's a vault there. And the husband and wife and maybe the family are buried there. Dr. Smith something. And I just want to go do that. Like I am going to fly to Vermont for a couple days. And then if you guys have any suggestions in Vermont, I think I'm going to fly into Burlington, is it? I think that's the big airport there. And then I'm going to shoot down to New York for just literally 4.5 hour drive to West Point and then right back up again. So I won't be able to do anything in New York, unfortunately. But I want to put my flashlight, my super 9,000 lumen flashlight, I'm going to put it down that glass block because it's a tunnel that goes straight down vertically like a chimney. And it was said that he was afraid of being buried alive. And you can, presumably his face is down there so that he could see out straight up the sky from way down there. Now, I don't know how that would help you in a situation if you were buried alive. I don't know how, you're still going to be buried alive. You're just going to be able to see outside and really get tortured. Hey, new subscriber, Leanne, what's going on? That's so awesome. Glad to have you on the program. Yeah, so I was out, when was it? Just a few days ago on that crazy mission to East Central Ohio. And I'm telling you, if I find a good story, I am gonna make a road trip. And it's not stories like famous people. Like I'm talking about stuff that people don't know about mostly, or maybe people know about, but I don't know, it's stuff that intrigues me. And I think stuff that intrigues me may intrigue a lot of you guys, trusting I make the right choices for these missions. But I like adventures, so I'm taking you guys on adventures. Like that one I did in Valmeyer. I still have that. I think I'm gonna have that one come next Sunday night as a premiere with that family, really sad story about the desecrated mausoleum. Leanne Andrews, thank you for your video, so interesting, thank you. Yeah, we've got something good going here, don't you think, gang? I really want to keep the momentum going keep trying to find, I'm getting a lot of great suggestions for you. 40 ounce, $10, thank you so much. Mark T likes the videos. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do Vermont, gonna do West Point, that's mid-July. Just got back from the grave robber. That's tonight, the premiere tonight. You guys gotta see that. $5 from Bonnie? Hold on, let me look back. Bonnie Spence, thank you. Love the history of Forgotten. Thank you. Very cool. So the grave robber is premiering at 8 tonight, where there's a story in 1881. If you go on newspapers or just Google it, say Gann, Gann, torpedo grave. There was a guy that was killed, grave robber. They called them ghouls, you know, these resurrectionists. And he, Regina, $10, thank you. Oh wow, we've got Argentina all the way down there. And then Dusty Rusty from Germany. And he, you know, 3 guys, just like I described in the Marilla, 3 guys go in the, you know, one guy with the carriage or the cart, or in this case, the sleigh. And then you got the 2 other guys, the ghouls, digging up with their spades. And they picked the wrong grave, guys. They picked the wrong grave because there was an explosion and one of the guys was killed. So the challenge here was what I wanted to do. It's a great story, but I wanted to go see it. $20 from Lisa Aller, thank you. Race, I love that. Thank you so much. It's very cool, Lisa. But I wanted to go and see, I want to see the actual, where it happened. And it took some research. So I got to compliment Deb. I don't know if she's with us here. But Deb and, you know, JT chips in, but Deb really helped me find, we looked at a lot of graves, find a grave, doing a lot of research, and it really became something where we're zeroing in on dates. And you think, okay, if these guys got killed, or this guy got killed, and the newspapers reported it January 20th, 1881, well, what does that mean? When did this happen? Well, like the Marilla, you got to say 3 or 4 weeks before that. So we were keying in on late 1880s deaths, and we couldn't find any but one within like 5 miles. Now, in Find a Grave and other research, it's probably going to cover 60, maybe 70% of the graves. So, you know, getting to the cemetery when I went, it was also, let's keep our eye open for, but you know what? There was a big clue you're going to see tonight that almost hammers down that this is where it happened. We are standing on the ground, looking down where the torpedo blew up a guy named the Dipper. He was one of the grave robbers. Very sketchy article. It was syndicated all over the country, if not the world. How could there be an explosion? Well, think of it as somebody put a booby trap there, like a hand grenade, you know, a hand grenade or well, a landmine. It's kind of like in the wars, you know, landmines, you step on it, same thing. And they were called torpedoes. And I explain it tonight, but the deal with torpedoes, you know, when you're in the 1800s, before the Civil War, which was the Hunley, a Confederate submarine, was really the first submarine that sunk Union ship of any kind of ship. It was kind of, Clive Cussler found the Hunley, by the way, very famous author and adventurer and explorer, underwater guy. But anyway, back to the submarine. So before that, you know, torpedoes were, you know, like a ground bomb. That's what they called torpedoes. Oh yeah, the video's really good tonight. And we got the drone. We're off the river called the Mohican River. And I come down the river and up and over, and there's the cemetery. You guys are gonna love it. $5 from Megan, thank you so much. Very cool. What's that question? Have you been to Rockford, yeah, Calvary? I've been to Rockford a couple times. I don't think I was at Calvary. I may have, I think I was. Was that the woman that was, I call it the crybaby killer? Can't remember her name. I think that was Calvary, but it might not have been. I've been to a couple cemeteries there in Rockford. So I think we found the grave where it happened, and it was just really exciting because, like I said, there's a big clue that basically almost assures that that is the grave, putting the puzzle pieces together, and that's what I love doing. It was really exciting to stand there and go, yeah, this is probably it, and then to know you're standing at the location where this gruesome event happened. And it's kind of gratifying to know that, you know, these stinking people that were doing this, well, they were desperate for money, I guess. They got their butt kicked. Ron, did the grave torpedo virtually, what's that? Shamira Soldier, $5, thank you. Did the grave torpedo virtually stop the grave robbers? It did stop those grave robbers, let me tell you. And the other guy, one guy got killed and the other guy's leg got mangled, or he got mangled up. And the third guy, remember how I was in the Marilla? If you watched the Marilla and how the grave robbers worked, there would always be the guy standing guard. $5 from Joan, thank you. And the guy standing guard, he got the other two guys out. But did it stop grave robbery? No, it did not. There was just too much money available from the doctors and the anatomy people and the dissecting research people. Too much money being paid. So in Ohio, it was one of the worst places, I guess. There was a lot of grave robbing going on. There was one group that would steal up to 15 bodies a night. Can you imagine? So they were really getting desperate to protect their loved ones. So, you know, that didn't last long, these torpedoes, because, I mean, think about it. The guy mowing the lawn, you're gonna get blown up. The cemeteries said, no, we can't do that anymore. So I don't know how many years it went on, but what's cool is there is an artifact. There is one that was bought at a garage sale. I don't think the guy didn't know what he was buying, but it was verified as a torpedo, grave torpedo. There also, if you go online, you can see there was like a shotgun, a Civil War era weird gun they would place under the grave and like shoot you with a shotgun. It's kind of like a booby trap. And the gun looks so strange. If you just Google it, you'll see this weird gun. I don't think it was ever deployed. The story we are doing tonight is the only time that it was actually deployed and killed somebody. I can't say it's the only time. It's the only time that's documented. There's also a case in New York that I'm investigating with Deb, and that was a woman's grave that was heavily planted with bombs. Yeah, I don't think anybody set them off, but it's an interesting story. Very interesting story. So yeah, I love those stories with all this grave robbing stuff. I don't know why, it's kind of interesting. And also my favorite is the escape hatches. If any of you know, anywhere in the country, you know what? Anywhere in the country where there is, remember that, was it James, what was that video I did? His name was James Abel. And James Abel had that hatch. It's like North Central Illinois. If any of you know where, email me, facesforgottentoday@gmail.com, and tell me where that is. I will go. I will go. Now I know out east there's the graves that have the bells. So we'll do that. We'll definitely do that while we're out there. Woo, it's hot out here, man. I'm gonna get back in the shade here, also so I can read what you guys are writing, because the screen went dark on me. What is, somebody said, Diane, can we read some of these stones? The one by itself near the edge looks sad. Yeah, I'm trying to stop where we can read so you can try to read them. Otherwise, go back after we've processed this and you can just hit pause. Hopefully you can read it that way. It's hot in Texas too. I'll bet it's hotter. I have not seen the movie Premature Burial. That sounds interesting. If you walk by those bells, wait a minute, I gotta go back. No, I lost that, hold on. Oh, sorry. Something, if you walk by those bells, why don't you repeat that? Yeah, the bells, I think they're out east in New York. I think Bonaventure is where they're at, or there's one there, but the bells themselves are gone. Of course, the vandals and people steal them. Hollywood Forever, Hollywood Cemetery. Are there bells there? That's not a cemetery I really want to go to because it's been done over and over on YouTube so many times that it's actually annoying. And they do the same stuff over and over and over. Now, can you read this one? It says, can't read. Yeah, it's pretty worn away. Maybe you can see it on the screen. Can you guys read that? Oh, it's only 80 degrees in Texas. Oh, that's not bad. I'll take that. The real question is, what's the humidity level? Humidity is, Chicago's usually pretty bad. Look at this stone, guys. It says, erected by James Daly. All right, I do have the flashlight. Let's see what we got here. See if you can read this. I cannot read this. I see 1811 here, it looks like. 1811, if that's 1811, wow, man. That's like going way back. All right, oh, it says amen, so that's a prayer. Very cool. Let's see what else ooh, look at this stone here. Hello from Maryland. Marianne, what's going on? It's a sauna in Georgia. I'll bet it's hot. Thing about Georgia, it gets pretty humid too, doesn't it? That's what I don't like. That's why I like Arizona. I want to go to Arizona. I don't mind if it's 100 degrees, but yeah, can you read that? 1860s. Look at that. Now here you can, somebody put this here. James Donahoe, 1808, 1860. Wow, 1808. That is really old, man. Now this is a good example of marble. This is a great example of a marble stone. And I'm going to tell you, somebody, did a cleaning job on that. That's what looks like when you, hopefully they did it the proper way and they didn't, you know, they didn't rub away, because this is like particleized. If I rub this, it'll be like sands in an hourglass. It'll just rain down. That's what's sad. I want to see Bonaventure. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When I go to Atlanta this winter, 2022, I'm going to spend a lot of time at Bonaventure, okay? There are some great stories there back from the Revolution. There's just a lot of good history there, and I love history. We all love history, so I'm definitely going to be researching that ahead of time. But again, if any of you, I'll check this live stream chat tomorrow or tonight. If anybody has a cool cemetery in Vermont besides the one I'm going to see Dr. Smith, who's looking up from his coffin or casket. He's looking up at the sky through a concrete tunnel that's 12 inches by 12 inches through a glass block. And you know what I'm bringing? I'm bringing the beast. I am bringing the beast. This thing is so bright, it would blind you. And I'm gonna shine that right down there to see if we can see his face. Am I morbid? I'm totally morbid. That James Abel, if that cover would have opened, like if it was unlocked, I definitely would have looked down there. I know it's probably wrong, but I definitely would do it. Audrey says, Audrey's with me. Audrey's with me. She's like right next to me. I feel her hand on my shoulder and her chin, I feel her chin on my shoulder, like looking down, like, open it, open it. Yeah, that's right, man. We would be looking down there. Could you imagine? I would pay to see, but you know, you can't like force it open. That would be against the rules of decency. I'm gonna shine the flashlight on this one and see if we can, yeah, we can see John. Is that Sweeney? Let's see what we got here. Very hard to read. We got Marianne. We got Marianne. I don't know if you can read that. Maybe if I hold it back here. Yeah, this one's hard to, that one's hard to read. Don't think I could look, Joanne says. Got the chills just thinking about it. Oh, come on, you know you would look. You know, but you would like to see it in my video better. And you wouldn't have to be as scared. So we'll find that stuff, you know, if it's out there, we're gonna find it. Look at this. Oh no, can't read. This is really hard to read. Can you read that, guys? I can't. 1852 or something. Yeah, what else we got? I'm trying to stay in the shade, man. It's really hot up there. Let's go down this way. So we've got an author friend on our channel, and I shouted him out before. He gave me a couple of story ideas that turned out to be pretty cool. His name is Gerry Lekus. He wrote that book, Where the Tour Buses Don't Go, blah, blah, blah. And he saw the Maryville, remember the Maryville Cemetery? It was alive, the children, and we found through our viewer friends and subscribers that there was 5 Indian kids, bad experiment gone wrong. Well, he wants to go there and clean the cemetery up a little bit, and he wanted to know if any of you guys would like to join him. And I said I would mention it. So what I will do is I will put his email, here. Once this processes tonight, I'll put his email in, and you can go check the description box. And I'll put his email, and if any of you want to contact him, you know, if you live around Chicago, you guys, maybe a few of you could go out there and just go check it out. And I didn't think it was trashed. I didn't think there's much work to be done. So it's not like you've got to go do a bunch of work. I think it's more, you know, and I'll you guys get a group, I'll go out there. I'll meet up with you because it's a good cause. You know what? I will go because it also brings attention to this terrible story. Now we have one of our, I'm not going to say her name because I think she wants to remain private, but she is carrying the torch for us and has contacted the Big Rock. Noni, $5, thank you. We're up to almost $100. We're at $96, guys, for this. Maybe we could break $100. Would be cool. Somebody do $2 or $3. We're at 96.96 cents. So she has wrote a letter to, I think it's Big Rock, or I'm not sure of the name, and to let them know. And I think those kids, they want those kids at least identified with a tombstone, if not disinterred and brought to the reservation. This is Wilfred. Winifred. That's a woman's name. Wife of Clancy. Born in County Tipperary. Check this out, guys. Ireland. I love Ireland. Wait, who's that? Time out. K, $5. Thank you so much. February 1824. When's the Potato Famine, guys? I think it was after, around there. Died May 11th, 1893. When was the Potato Famine? Some of you know that, I know. I can't remember when that was. I know it's around there, where everybody from Ireland came over here and other places. Nancy, $5. We're at $111, guys. Way to go. 1840s? Okay. So 1840s. So think of it. 1840s. She was like in her teens, and that's probably when they came. So Winifred was definitely in the middle of that. Yeah, the Potato Famine. Have you ever heard of it? It was, they were starving. It was a famine. And Ireland, so I could talk about it for a long time. I'm not going to go into it. You can Google it. It's a pretty intense history. Clancy. Okay, that's the Clancy name. So we got Thomas Clancy, born November 1st, 1863, died December 18th, 1892, age 29. So that had to be her son, right? It's a nice prayer there. I don't know if you can read that. Trying to get a good angle. Oh, we have more. Let's check this stone out. You know, this is some real history here. So we have James Clancy, born in County Tipperary, Ireland. Hey, don't you love that name? County Tipperary. I love all the Irish names. County Cork and County this and County, it just sounds so cool. Is it County Cork one? 76 years old. So he born, wait, when was he born? Okay, wait, it says born, but it doesn't say when he was born. He was 76 years old. All right, that's it for this one. And you can see here is where they are actually buried. Let's take a look here. So this, I believe, says father. Or no, yeah, that's father. And let's step around here. And this is mother. And this is Thomas right here. Yeah. That's the boy. Or no, yeah, that's the boy. So there's 3 Clancys here from County Tipperary. How cool is that? What else we got, guys? Oh, there's a few more. Elmwood Cemetery is located Old North End. Ethan Allen's second wife, Francis. Cool. Glenn T, thanks for the $5. Hi, Ron, did you get your COVID-19 vac? Not yet, but I'm probably going to get it next week. Oh, County Cork, yeah, Catherine. Your family's originally from County Cork. Very cool. Yeah, I'm going to probably get it next week because everybody's like coming back. And the only thing that scares me is I'm feeling really good. I have antibodies, and then some people get sick from that. What do you guys all think is getting those vaccinations? Did you get sick for a couple days, or is it no problem? I had dinner with a friend last night, and he said, he's older than me, and he said, no problem. $10 from Danielle Smith, thank you. Come to Utah, please. Family in Old Provo, Utah. Cool, yeah, email me. And if you email me, give me a Find a Grave Cemetery, give me links. Look at this, 1809 to 1891. 82 years, I'm trying to find a 1700s. Here's a young man that died, 26 years old. You were a little sick? Dan said I was a little sick. My wife was not sick at all. How old are you, Dan, can I ask? Are you like my age? I'm 61. I think I'm 61. I was born in 1959. Does that make me 61 or 62? Isn't that funny? I don't even know how old I am. Not getting the jab, Christina Soldier. Jib jab. Do not do it, Ron. Who's that? Please, Shirley says. Yeah, I'm kind of in between. I don't have to do it. Bloodhound Mama Jane, 10 bucks. Love the excitement in your voice. Yeah, I get a little crazy sometimes. But it's all fun, isn't it? It's all exciting. Let's see if we can read this one. Patrick. Oh, I have a feeling this is an Irish one. Age 67. We don't have an Irish county, so I'm guessing they were... Is that Murray? Oh, Murray, that is Irish. Patrick Murray? Doesn't get more Irish than that, guys. 26 years old. I don't see what county they emigrated from. Keep eye out. There's a lot of Irish here, it looks like. It's 1914. There's some newer stones for older people. That's pretty cool. Watching from the UK, enjoying the walks. That's awesome. I think it was Wanda. Did I see New Zealand? Somebody's from New Zealand? I love that. It's all over the world. You guys are checking in. So cool to connect with so many people from around the world. Never expected that. Very exciting. You guys read that? Died in 1909, I think. Yeah, this one's a little tough to read. Look at this one on the ground here. "64 years old." That's about all we're going to get out of that one. I can't believe somebody guessed this cemetery. I think it was Ben Baker. So early, I was like, oh, I'm going to stump you guys for sure. Don't forget to send your home address and what you want, what size and what color t-shirt. And we'll get that sent off. Shava's got that really cool book. Let's go this way. I'm going to get into a little bit some newer tombstones here, gravestones. Do you guys like to call them tombstones or gravestones? I'm also really into that photography. Do you know why the postmortem photography was done? Well, obviously the last image of your loved one. And usually a lot of that photography was done after the wars, the Civil War especially, World War I. And that's kind of went hand in hand with spiritualism. And the spiritualism actually started in the early 1800s. Thanks for the $5 there, Nancy. And There was a guy named Mum something. You can Google him. He was the guy that was doing kind of the sham photographs where you'd see a ghost standing next to you. Mary Todd Lincoln had the picture, and then Abraham was standing next to her. She like believed it. But they really started doing the, and I don't know if you know this, but those old, when they did, people ask me, why aren't they smiling? And why this and why that? And why is the picture not clear? And why did olive oil, the real olive oil, Dora, why is she cross-eyed? Well, she's not cross-eyed, probably. It's the photography, the limit of the technology at the time. And the reason, I don't know if you know this, but the exposure time on these photographs was not measured in seconds, it was measured in minutes. And a lot, in the early ones, they would have to stay still for 15 to 20 minutes. And that's why, what is a subject that can sit still for that long? A dead one. So you notice that those postmortems, they're, you know, you could set the camera up and that person is not moving an inch. But there's an interesting story, speaking of that, on history, on this photographer. I think it was 1860s, Boston. Can't remember his name, is M-U-M-M or Mum something. And he was doing that trick photography, and he was playing into the spiritualism people, which, by the way, was a massive movement starting in the 1820s. Massive. And when the Civil War hit, it really, because people want to, especially like sons and, you know, their sons, they want to reunite anything they can grab onto. It's a beautiful statue here of the Christ, Jesus. So this guy like played right into it. Let's take a look at this one. I see an inscription here. I really got my eye out for some Irish, looking for Irish counties. Let's see if we can see what's going on here. Peter, I think that's Peter Michelli. And what does that say? Might be another language, or I'm not reading it. Born 1849 to 1883, I think it is. P.M. Mitchell. It's a nice monument. Lisa Taylor says, I haven't had one yet. You know what my friend told me last night? He goes, if people, it's really, he's a member of a country club, big golfer. And the club said, oh, do you have your vaccination card? And or did you get vaccinated? He's like, yeah. Thank you, D. $5, thank you. And he said, yeah, I got my card. I have my vaccination. And they said, well, we need to see your card. And he just said, no. And then they didn't say anything. Like, they can't force you to show your card. But then my stepson he lives in Phoenix. He went to see the Phoenix Suns game and did not have the vaccination. He couldn't get in. So in that case, you're screwed. I got the flashlight here for you guys. 22 years, 2 months. Plunkett. Lisa Taylor says 1700s. Did you find someone that was born in the 1700s? I did, at the Dr. Cream video that I did last Sunday. There's a guy that was born a day after the independence. He was born in 1777. I haven't seen anybody here unless I've missed it. If you guys If I've missed a grave, somebody from the 1700s, let me know, because that really, I don't think we have a lot of that here, because this Illinois became a state in, I'm gonna want to say 1810, 1820. I don't know the exact date, but I mean, before early 1800s, no one was here but north of us, Sioux Indians, Ojibwa. Here, can't remember the tribes, was all just Indians, and they were more peaceful. It wasn't until you got out west. I mean, they had some issues, but you really had to, that's when they were all pioneering to come out here. Not Irish. We got $5 from Danielle Smith. Thank you so much. She says, my husband almost died of COVID, was on life support. Holy cow. So I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad he's with us. Holy cow. You know, it just affected different people in different ways. A lot of people didn't affect him much, and then some people it killed. So you cannot discount it. That one's illegible. No shot for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go next week. I really probably need to go. Did I do this over here? Let's see this angel. Wait, I missed a stone. You missed it on a stone, born 1799, wife born 1800. Diane, was that at this cemetery here? Well, if I missed it, I didn't miss it. I missed talking about it then. Because if you saw it, then it's on here, right? Frank, what's going on? Is that 10 pounds? I think that's 10 pounds, right? I don't know my my foreign currency stamps. Valerie had COVID in January. It's no joke. Well, when I had COVID, I was sick. I mean, I wasn't near dying, but I was pretty sick. That was pretty messed up. I had the chills. It started with the chills, and I went and I took a half-hour boiling shower, and that could not warm me up, and I couldn't sleep, and then I had the sweats. But that lasted for 24 hours, and I was just weak for a couple of days, like the flu, and I got better. Yeah, I was lucky, Leonard. You are right. Thanking my lucky stars, because a lot of people weren't. It's no fiction, you know. Some people want to say it's a bunch of BS fiction, but let's see if we can shine the light on this one. Born in County, oh, here we go. Here we go, we got Ireland. Armagh? I never heard of Armagh. Have you guys heard of Armagh? 1837, McClune. And we have Ellen Hoy, his wife. And she died November 13th, 1902. Now, let's see, was she born Gallum? Wait, it says born in Salem? Salem, Massachusetts. Oh, wow. So we have a woman who was probably a descendant of maybe a pilgrim or one of our first settlers here, marrying an Irishman, McClune. How cool is that? How cool is that? I love that stuff. You never know what you're gonna find at the cemetery. Now let's take a look at this one while we're, William J. Kiley, Anna, his wife, they, 1862, 1866. Kiley. I just saw a Patreon notice come in. So one of our Patreon people just pledged. I'm going to tell you, when the Patreon people, they're pledging money every month. It's a big commitment to come in. Let me see if I can pull that up, see who that was. Wait, I think we're going to reconnect right here. Come on, baby. Here we go. Yes, I am live, Lucy. And I am back. We just lost connection here because I was messing around with my screen to see who the Patreon person was, and I just like almost lost this whole deal. Sorry about that. I think we're back. Please do a story, Bohemian, Helen Sclair. I already did, Cemetery Lady. You missed it. Go back to my first live and you will see Helen. I already did it. But thanks for the suggestion. She deserves all the credit. Amazing woman. Yeah, we did her very first live episodes. You can just go to videos, scroll down. I think it was about 2 months ago. Because this is, I'm doing them every Sunday. And this is number 9. So if you go back 9 weeks, whatever that date is, that Sunday, that's the video, and you can find it. Helen Sclair, the cemetery lady. Yeah, she lived in that old house there at Bohemian National. She was the legend. She took to the grave with her a lot of history knowledge of Chicago. Lucy, is it? Wait, I just got $2 or 2 pounds. I got to get in the shade here to see. Hold on. Linda Stewart, $5. Thank you. Try again, it says. So what else? What else did I want to tell you guys? So tonight we got the Torpedo Grave episode, which I think you'll love. Next Sunday I've got the episode on the mausoleum that was desecrated. I have awesome sky cam on that too in Valmeyer, Illinois. It's on the cliff. Now right here, I don't know if you guys coming in late, but this cemetery is Saint Columba. We're at, oh my God, Carol, $49 for real? Thank you so much, that's a ton. We're at Saint Columba Cemetery, okay? And there are some Radium Girls buried here. If you don't know the story of the Radium Girls, they were the watch painters in the early 1900s, and they were all getting exposed to radium poisoning, and there's just gruesome stories. There was a movie, there's a book, and my episode will be coming out this week here. But I'm going to show you one of the Radium Girls that is not included in my video, and you can Google her, and I'll try to remember to put the link in. And her name is Margaret Looney, and this is Margaret right here. Hold on, you guys see? That's Margaret Looney's grave. Gosh, I'm having trouble with my gimbal here. I'm trying to stay out of the standing on her grave, and I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, so Margaret, December 1904 to August of 1903. So she died the end of 1904. So in her mid-20s, died of radium poisoning. I'm going to tell you what. I'll tell you one thing, and it'll be on the video, but these girls and anybody exposed, they were glowing green. That radium would go into their system, honeycomb their bones, and would leach out their skin, and they thought it was cool. They painted their teeth. They did all kinds of things with this stuff, and they wore their best dresses, and the stuff would leach out their skin, and they would walk around in the evening and glow green, especially their heads, necks, and torsos. Can you imagine? They thought it was cool. Because the company said, oh, no problem. But you will hear in my story of all the gruesome effects. So you can watch the movie, read the book. And Margaret here was one of the victims. And that episode, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll put it out. It's all done. I just got to edit it. And it's an unbelievable story. It was called Radial Dial, was the company here. In Orange, New Jersey, there was a company, the original company was called Radium, US Radium, I think it was. Anyway, really, really great story. Oh, down in the woods beyond here, there's a party, softball game going on. If you look on Google Earth at the cemetery right in the woods here, actually it's a gang of ghouls are coming to get me. Back in there, can't see, but there's some kind of company. I think they're having a softball game. Yeah, they lick the brush exactly to get a good point. And that's what the company told them to do, is lick the point to get a sharp, and they use camel hair brushes. And let's finish up here. We're gonna wrap it up, guys, at this big old monument here. I'm gonna go up the hill. I'm gonna go up the hill. I can't read the screen because the sun is blaring. We'll see what's going on here. Hopefully I see, oh, there's some like tombs, looks like. It's a big old plot here for Patrick Garland. So we have brother John Garland here, son of Patrick and Rose. We have Peter Garland, son of Patrick and Rose. John here died in, well, I think it says 1934. I don't want to go, well, I can step up here, yeah. He's right under the slab. 1860 to 1934. And Peter died in 1915. So not terribly old. Patrick Garland, now Patrick's Irish. Garland, I don't know if Garland, is this Irish, guys? Might be German. Predominantly Illinois was settled by, well, Irish, German, Polish. Well, it's quite a mix. The Italians came later, but the early pioneers were more the Irish and Polish and Germans. A lot of Germans. There was a lot of bias. This is James. He died in 1905. Here's the mother and father. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Okay, Ireland. Yeah. We've got the county on here. I'm going to get the flashlight out. Bourne County, Monaghan, Ireland. Oh, it's so cool. For all you Serenity Sioux here, this is for you. Age 73. Rose, that's the mother. Let me get on the other side here. Yeah, County Monaghan. If I'm reading that correctly. All right. Let me come from, I'm going cross-eyed here. Patrick, born in County, oh no, Anmagh. Anmagh? A-N-M-A-G-H. So they were both born in different counties. And they emigrated here probably after they got married in Ireland. 1836 to April 28th, AD, 1836. Now, is that a death date? That's a death date. We're like going, is that a death date? I don't know. No, I really can't read this, but oops, sorry guys. Let me get the camera tilted up. Hold on. There we go. It's tough to do both. Hold on, let me switch hands. I really want to figure this one out here. All right. Can you guys see that all right? All right. Yeah, I can't, it's hard for me to manage the camera and read, but that looks pretty cool. All right, guys. I think we are going to we're going to wrap it up here. There are a lot of Irish people here. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was really fun. And if you can, tune in to the premiere tonight at 8 p.m. Central or watch it tomorrow. Sorry, it's really hot. And what else? We'll catch you on the next one. I got a lot of good stuff coming up this week. Email Gerry Lekus if you can. I'll put his email in to do a little beat up at Maryville, the Hidden Cemetery in Des Plaines, Illinois, if you live around here. And if you get a group, I'll come out and chip in. All right? Talk to you soon. Have a great Sunday. Have a great week. And many of you I'll see tonight on the live premiere. Okay? All right. Catch you later.